Tyrann, yours okay?
Yep.
All right, we'll get started, and we'll start first with Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Tyrann, it seemed like you, a lot of the guys, even the coaches, were a little bit frustrated after last week's game. Was there anything that you guys talked about coming into this week to maybe try to make a little bit more focus and to get the effort that you guys had tonight?
Well, I think, obviously, anytime you're playing, against NFL teams, you want to, put your best foot forward. Especially in the Tampa Bay game, I don't feel like, we really ended that game, how we necessarily started the game. Even tonight, feel like it was a lot of things that we could clean up, especially on first, second down. They really were in a lot of third and manageable downs. They started to run the ball, get away from their tendencies that we saw on film. And so we just got to continue to adjust. But nevertheless, anytime you're playing a divisional team, it's always going to be tough. And I think at the end of the day, if we can keep teams under, 17 points, 20 points, I think we'll always have a good chance to win the game.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Tyrann, congrats on the win. Anthony Hitchens shared with us in early November that y'all's goal is to hold the opposing team to 17 points. And it's, there were some rough weeks after that. How good did it feel to hit that goal, and how can you build off that for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it feels good, especially when you win the game. But like I just mentioned, didn't really feel like we played well on first and second down, even third down. Didn't think we feel like we could have got off the field a lot more. And so, we'll get back in the lab. We'll focus on that. But nevertheless, I thought we showed some character tonight, just playing all 4 quarters, showing up to play football, and not taking this opponent, lightly.
Let's go next to Matt McMullen. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Tyrann. So I believe this is your second multi-interception games. How'd it feel to get your hands on the balls tonight?
Oh, it's cool. I'm just, trying to focus on just catching them, I let so many slip through my fingers last year. So it's all about just looking the ball in, catching them. But I think anytime you have the opportunity to make a play, you just want to make it for your team.
Let's go next to Sam Mellinger. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Tyrann, you referenced just a couple of answers ago about the character that you saw in the team. You guys have been known for blowouts, right? But what do you see in these closer games? What do you feel on the sideline when you got interactions with your teammates and all that in these closer games?
Well, I feel like we're built for it. Obviously, I think we're built to, beat teams by 3 scores too. But I think when we get in these tight games, I think we're comfortable. I think we understand what we have to do to kind of pull ourselves through. I think our coaches do a great job too, of just staying even keel, staying balanced, not being too high or too low, and, just continuing to kind of push that encouragement into us. And, it's been paying off for us. And so, obviously, playing in December, you want to play your best ball. So that's really the only thing that we're focusing on right now is how can we show up and be the best, versions of ourselves.
Looks like we got 3 more. We'll go right down the line, starting with Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Tyrann, on your 2 interceptions, what did you see there that gave you sort of an indication of where Drew might go with the football? And just what does it say about, kind of being down on yourself 2 weeks ago when you maybe had some opportunities to make plays in the open field and then obviously coming and responding tonight?
Yeah, I think, obviously, when you get to the end of the game, end of the football game, most teams are going to run their favorite route concepts. I think for me, just studying a lot of film, I just kind of feel it. And so I was able to kind of, get underneath Judy on one of the plays. And, it's such a long season. I think it's really important to take it week by week. And I think it's even more important to, be hard on yourself. Obviously that there's critics out here and there's people that's going to say stuff. But, I think, for me, no one is more critical of themselves than I am. And so it's all about me holding myself accountable and, just realizing that, not only can we all play better, but me personally, I can play a whole lot better.
The last 2, Adam and then Vahe. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Tyrann, you clinched the playoff spot tonight. I know you have bigger goals than that, but do you take a minute to appreciate that, or do you feel like it's time to move on to Miami and that's not really a goal that you have?
To be honest, I didn't know that. We're just trying to win every game, but I think anytime, obviously we're grateful, very fortunate. I think anytime you're able to win 10 plus games in this league, I think is always a beautiful thing. And anytime you're able to kind of control your own destiny, I think that's special. So for us, it's all about believing in that, believing in our coaches, and then just trying to find a way to turn a page, each and every week, and find a way to get better.
We'll last to Vahe. Go ahead, Vahe.
Hey, Tyrann, this is a little similar to Sam's question, but with each one of these wins by 3 points or 2 points or 6 points, does that make you stronger? I mean, each one of these things, does it do something for you in particular?
Yeah, I truly believe so. Not only does it build character, it builds trust too, and you may not play your best game, but, if you're able to win the game and you go into that week realizing that, wow, we actually trusted each other. We actually committed to each other. And, that's the reason why we won the game. So, I think for us is, obviously we want to play well and dominate, but, when we get in these tough spots and these critical spots, it's all about leaning on each other. It's all about the offense and the defense and the special teams. All of us are together, and as long as we can kind of keep that, I think we'll always be, a tough team to beat.
Tyrann, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, we've got